Testing, testing. Right folks, hope you're doing well. So I'm all excited. I'm going to be going out camping on Monday for 3 days, and I'm also going on a course as well down at Joe O'Leary's Wilderness Survival School. I'm doing a carving masterclass, so not only is it the first camp in ages, since December I think, and we're now in April, well nearly at the end of April, but it's going to be my first ever sort of bushcrafty course, so really looking forward to that. And I thought, whilst I'm getting my gear ready, I thought I'll do a little show and tell of what's in the bag here. People like to tap their bags when they do these videos, so I'm going to do some of that as well. There we go. And I've got my other haversack over here too, which I'll show you in a minute. So here goes. I'm going to try and film this in one shot, make it easy to upload then, and then yeah, get straight into what's in the bag. So I'll just get the bag up here. Oh, I'm not a gram counter or anything, but I think the bag weighs about 2 tons, give or take. It's a heavy old brute, but I'm not planning on going hiking with this setup, trust me. There's a lot of creature comforts in here. It's by no means a sort of regular setup for me. I'm sort of semi-glamping with this one, to be honest with you. So here goes. On the front here you can see I've got my Wetterling's axe. It's their outdoor axe. And then, broadly speaking, on the 2 side pouches here I've got one of them set with food that I need, and then the other one is got all my cooking kit in there as well. And then in the main compartment is largely dedicated to shelter, sleeping and clothing. And then in the top lid I've got all those little bits and bobs that you like to take camping: torches, power packs, toiletries and whatnot, that will live up in there. So let's get into it. So I'll get into the top pocket first, I think. Got my UCO candle lantern. Got a tinder pouch here which has got some birch bark in there, some fat wood and some cotton wool impregnated with Vaseline. All the things that you usually see in a fire kit. And then in one of these lovely pouches made by David Friars, I've got all sorts in here. I've got some spoons that I've crafted, candle for the candle lantern, head torch, power pack, scrubber, box of matches, Goal Zero lantern. That's awesome, that is. A little mini spatula, paracord. There's quite a lot of cordage in there actually, all sorts. This top pocket there, some clip, and then on this sort of inside pocket here I've got my sort of hygiene kit essentially. Because I'm away for 3 days, I've got a little deodorant there. I don't want it to be, if I was on my own I probably wouldn't bother, I'd be happy to stink, but I'm with some people that I've never met before and I don't want to stink like a stick of a bump. So I've got toilet paper, toothbrush, toothpaste and hand sanitizer gel there. And because of the pandemic and everything that's going on, there's some face masks as well. And a bit of Burt's Bees lip stuff, because when I'm outdoors for a period of time I often get chapped lips, being the soft southerner that I am. But there you go. So let's get into the main pack now. Love this rucksack, by the way, it's awesome. Straight at the top there I've got my Helicontex Pilgrim anorak. Love wearing this, really nice material, really It's good outer layer, and that's my main outer layer really. It's not waterproof, but it can take the worst. It can take quite a bit of weather. And then underneath that I've got my tent. I'm taking a tent this time. So I've got a bag of pegs there. And this is the Snug pack Ionosphere tent. First time I've used it, I bought this as a one of them sort of lockdown purchases a while back in the second lockdown we had. And yeah, I thought I'd give it a try. It's always interested me. It's kind of a halfway house between an actual tent and a sort of bivvy bag, is the way I look at it. I don't really consider it a tent per se. There's the poles for them tents. So when you take the poles out, it packs up really nice and compact. And the poles just sort of slide down the back, which makes it nice. And then I said about the fact that I'm kind of glamping a bit here. I wanted to create a bit of living space for myself, and so I've got my Helicontex Super Tart Small here, which is nice and lightweight, nice and compact. It's 2.5 meters by 2 meters, so that'll make a nice space as well. At the back there, I'm not going to get that out. It's a ground sheet. It's the German army sort of, they nickname it the elephant skin, which is going on the ground underneath the tent. And then also here I've got another sort of sit mat, ground mat, whichever you want to call it, which I'll put probably just by the entrance to my tent, and I'll stand on that when I take my shoes off and that. So next in here I've got a dry bag, which all the stuff in here is the stuff that I don't want to be getting soaking wet. So I've got a series of pouches here. I'm kind of broadly following the modular system that David Friars sort of promotes. And in here I've got one of his pouches, one of his large box pouches, and I've got all my clothing in here, or spare clothing. I've got a pair of socks. I've got my pillow, actually my Out Kit pillow as well. It's an inflatable one. Bandana, they're always handy. Merino wool thermals, spare boxes, buff, gloves, all sorts. Oh, well, that's it actually. Yeah. Oh, and a t-shirt as well. Then in the next box pouch, which is another one of the large ones that Dave makes, I've got my X-Ped down mat in here. I like it in here because you can actually compact it down nice and flat, and it packs quite efficiently. And then finally down the bottom I have, it's not compressed at the minute, my Alp Kit Mountain Ghost 300, which is a 3-season sleeping bag, and it's got a comfort limit of something like -5. It's really warm as 3-season bags go, and I only really use this for winter camping, but I noticed the temperatures are going to be reasonably low overnight, so I'm going to use this one. But it won't be long before I bust out the 2-season bag that I've got. So that's the main compartment there emptied, and then actually right down the very bottom I've got 1 or 2 carrier bags here, just for rubbish. There we go. So side pouches next. I can't remember what's in what. Now, this is the food pouch. So I'm going to eat quite well on this trip. So I've got some pita breads here. This is my brew pouch. I've got all sorts in here. I've got loose leaf tea. I've got a tub of milk powder, some tea bags. I've got loads more in here. I've got Horlicks, little teaspoon that I made, fresh coffee. Ooh, I've even got a bar of chocolate. How about that? That's nice. And somewhere in there's my tea infuser as well, the tea ball. There it is. That'll put my loose leaf tea in. So that's good. I haven't put any eggs in here yet, but this will carry a couple of eggs for me. I'll put the fresh food in here before I go. Tin of petit pois, or peas if you're common like me. And then the main food pouch is another one of David Friars pouches, which I think is great for putting food in. I've got all sorts of food in there. I've got chocolate, porridge, got some ingredients in there because I want to make a Thai green curry. And then from the other main meal I've got bangers and mash, basically is what I'm going to make. And then the only other thing in this pouch is my cast iron frying pan, which I'll be using to cook up sausages basically, and frying a couple of eggs for breakfast. And this is in a homemade pouch, which is basically an old pair of jeans. I cut a leg off of it and sewed across one end and put a drawstring. Actually, my wife made this for me, which is very nice of her. So that's that pocket. And then in here, final pocket of the bag. As I said, I've got basically all the cooking kit in here. So I've got another one of Dave Friars pouches here, which holds my Trangia burner. Look at this kit mounting, that's amazing. 2 Nalgene water bottles, which I haven't filled up yet. Trangia triangle, which would be my main stove that I'll use. In there I've got a windshield as well. Not one, but 2 bottles of ethanol for the stove. And then I've got my honey stove as well. And the reason I've got this is simply because I probably might have a little fire in the evening if I get time, and just for possibly for cooking, but mostly also for a little bit of ambience. Joe said we're allowed to have fires there when we're camping, so I should probably make the most of that. In here I've got my pocket fire anchor, which I showed in the last video. That was by TJ Metalworks. And then my main cook pot, again in another one of David Friars Billy Can pouches. I've got my Pathfinder Bush Pot. Really like this box. Got some nice handles. It's got a spout, and I'm going to put some food inside that as well. I've got food in the fridge to keep it nice and cool. And then last but not least, I've got my Wildo Camp Cook Box, or Camper Box, sorry, which is a nice little. It's got a chopping board and cups, spork, and I've got some seasoning in there as well. Really handy to have. And yeah, that is that. So put that to one side. Take a swig of beer. Look at the fire, it's lovely. And I've got my haversack here. Haversack, which is another one of David Friars' bags. I'm not sponsored by Dave, I just like the stuff he makes. A shout out, there's Catties there. And this, as I said, I'm on a carving masterclass down at Joe's Wilderness Survival School. So he does recommend that you take a second bag with you to sort of keep your essentials in when you're doing your on the course in the classroom. So in here I've got basically my tools and a few other bits and bobs. Got gloves there, kapilka, because I think he is laying on tea and coffee, I hope so anyway, and bandana, as I said, really handy. Little tripod. I'm going to try and get some pictures and whatnot through the course. I don't know if I'll do a video. I'm not sure that'll be appropriate while I'm a student on the course, but I'll take some snaps, do what I can, maybe do a bit of videoing in the evening when I'm back at my camp, just winding down. And then I've got in here another little pouch which has got some basic bits and bobs. This is a Helicontex SERE pouch, it's called. And in here I've got torch, Swiss Army knife, fire lighting bits, me fire striker, tissue paper, little raisin snack, a couple of tea bags just in case. You've always got to have some emergency tea bags, I find. A pocket bellows I've got in there as well, which is really handy, and some cordage as well. All important first aid kit, another Helicon Tex pouch, just got bandage, plasters, nice clean bandana, which I think is useful to help stem any bleeding, because 99% of the time the injury I'm going to sustain is probably going to be a little nick or a cut whilst I'm carving. I've got my me sort of little pocket sort of knife here, which is the EDC folder by TBS Knives. It's a TBS bore. Love that knife. Use this all the time. It's got a really nice Scandi grind on it. And I'll probably put this on the belt actually for the course. I've got my little Grantsford Brooks small hatchet. Really good, this axe. Punches well above its weight. Another Nalgene bottle here with a TBS cook pot. Then here is, guess what? Another pouch by David Friars. And this is my carving tools basically. Plus I've got me silky Gunboy saw. I'm a big fan of Mora tools for carving with, so I've got the Mora companion, Mora 106. Got to give all these tools a nice strop before I go tomorrow. Castron spoon knife, pencil, sandpaper, strop, which I made myself, Full Niven CC4 sharpening stone, got a spoon that I'm halfway through carving there, Mora 120, Svanti Darv spoon knife as well, which I've made a little sheath for. And that's it, I think. Yeah, that's it. And then finally, in the back of the pouch, in the back of the haversack, I've got this extra pocket here. Got my wool hat, Write in the Rain notebook, and then another couple of sit mats. I've got the multi-mat sit mat, and then this other one that Dave makes, which I use quite a bit. And that's it. And now I've got to pack it all away again. And it's a lot of kit for this camp. It's a lot of kit. I'm sort of packing for comfort on this trip, and just enjoying the camp, enjoying the course. Cook some good food in the evening, and have a good time. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be setting off on Monday morning. Got the week off work as well, which is always good. Yeah, so that's the loadout. I haven't really got much more to say other than that. The dog has fallen asleep. He's bored stiff. Me talking about camping. And the fire's dying down. So I'm going to leave it there. 19 minutes, that's not too bad. I'm going to pack this away and then think about uploading this video. So I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.